And I'm joined by a special guest because it's been a month already since we've had this next guest on our couch. But fear not, because he's back. Perez Hilton is here to talk about the latest in Las Vegas and to give us the Hollywood scoop, of course. Good morning.
Good morning. It is fall. I've got my Taylor Swift cardigan on.
I'm loving it.
To get to it. All right, first, some places to eat. I love new, and I had not been to Luckily Tavern yet. You all might have heard about the refresh to the rooms at the Rio, but they also have now introduced this new restaurant. I went for my mother's birthday.
Oh.
You've got to get that's what we got. The lobster pot pie. Oh my God. And I love, because I'm conscious that not everybody can afford a high-end experience. I love that Luckily has very affordable prices. In fact, they even have like a pre-theater set menu for, you can get an appetizer, an entree, and dessert for less than $50.
Oh, great. So you can catch a show after.
Exactly. Go see WOW, which we did. Super fun. Also, for my daughter's birthday, I took her to a very elevated experience.
Ooh.
And I had never been to Kusanori before at Resorts World.
Yes.
And it was a bit of a gamble because, will my 7-year-old like sushi? She loved it. And they have much more than just sushi there. This is, I think, of all the Japanese restaurants that I've been to in Vegas, Kusanori at Resorts World is the best. So check them out if you haven't. Also, speaking of new, I got to see this brand new show at Harrah's by this mentalist magician named Colin Cloud. Some of you might have seen him with Shin Lim at the Mirage. They ran that show for a few years. Now he's got his own solo show, and I just love that I cannot figure it out.
Yeah.
He is so good. And it's not just these big pieces. It's also like knowing who you dated 20 years ago.
You're like, how do you know my life?
I know, exactly. He's phenomenal. Colin Cloud, can't recommend him enough. And finally, I think that's it. Okay. Oh, right.
Yes.
No. Finally,
Arte,
Arte Museum. If you haven't been to Arte Museum, look at that. Oh my gosh. There's a lot of family-friendly experiences that you can have in Vegas, but this one is just so classy, and I could tell this is millions of dollars putting this up. It is
gorgeous.
Such just a breathtaking experience. If you have family or friends visiting from out of town, Arte Museum is the perfect thing to take them to. All right, a nice transition to the world of celebrity that also is including Vegas. The Menendez brothers have been dominating conversation.
Ooh, yes.
It seems very likely that Eric and Lyle will be released, possibly even by the end of this year.
Wow.
Maybe even in time for Thanksgiving, who knows? But we're gonna have a new Vegas resident. Eric Menendez is married. Yes, he started dating his now wife while in prison, and they got married, and he has already indicated to his family that if he is released, when he is released, Eric Menendez will be moving to Vegas to live with his wife. So unlike OJ, when he lived here, people kept their distance. I think public sentiment is on their side. A lot of people see them as victims because, there was awful. It's morning. We need to get into all the details. People know the story. So just be on the lookout for that. Also, speaking of legal news, Diddy continues to dominate as well. And God, it's so heavy. It's so awful. The very latest there is that even more, as of now, the last count was over a dozen lawsuits against him. Many of them brought by that one attorney in Texas, Tony Busby, which is a very interesting strategy. Instead of this class action lawsuit, all these individual lawsuits. And unfortunately, I'm familiar with the legal system. I've been sued in the past. And fighting lawsuits like these are expensive. I don't know what he's gonna do, because Tony Busby said that he's gonna file 120 individual lawsuits against Diddy. And all the heaviness just makes me really thankful for, it's sad news, but nothing life or death, like Channing Tatum and Zoe Kravitz calling it quits.
What is that?
After
That just came up on my feed this morning,
It's
and
his
I'm like,
fault.
what is
He's to blame.
happening?
It's totally his fault. I mean, I don't know for sure.
Yeah.
I don't have
You
any
have to let us
inside
know when you get some
information.
insight information in
I'm
there.
sure we
Tell
will be
us.
getting more information as the days go on. Or another story that's kind of similar, scandalous. Hugh Jackman.
Wasn't he married?
He was, but they broke up
Okay,
a while ago.
okay.
His new girlfriend, though, Broadway icon Sutton Foster,
Yes.
they've been together for a while. We've just learned. But she only now just filed for divorce. Do the math, people.
Ooh.
Do the math.
Scandalous.
And finally, let's end things with Vegas again. I'm sure a lot of you have seen the viral moment of Celine Dion at Adele's concert
Yes.
here at the Coliseum this past weekend. But you may not have known the backstory. And I called it. I knew it. Because my podcast co-host is a bit of a hater. He thought this moment was too extra. It was so... He was turned off by it. I cried. I thought it was
It's
beautiful.
beautiful.
Adele took to social media to let us know that Celine's presence there was a surprise. She didn't know ahead of time. That's why she gave us that very genuine, as she called it, moment in all
Right.
caps.
Oh my gosh. I honestly wish I could have seen that in person
Me
because that was
too.
so beautiful. I always wish we had so much more time with you
know.
because there's
By the
so
way,
much
let me
to
be
get
shameless now. I still haven't seen Adele. She's only got like 3 weeks left. If anybody wants
I
to
haven't
take,
either.
We gotta go.
If anyone
We've
wants to
gotta,
take
and
us,
if anyone
we
wants to take
go.
both of us.
Yes, yes.
We are shamelessly begging for free tickets because I'm cheap. I'm not gonna pay. I like to be
hilarious.
honest.
Okay, well.
I'll take you if I get 2.
Yes, I love that. Get a +1. For the latest celebrity news, be sure to head to PerezHilton.com. You can also get the scoop on everything happening in Vegas. Just follow him at Las Vegas Perez.